Hello, hello. So today I want to talk about minimalism and how I live with less. The principle is so basic. It is so simple and so basic, and it's just one word. It's contentment. It's finding joy, not necessarily in the things that you own, but the experiences and life that you live. Does that make sense? So I'm not hoarding things anymore in this season of my life for those things to make me happy. I would rather, if someone gave me $100, instead of going and purchasing something with that $100, I would rather go out and have an experience, either for myself or with friends or with my kiddos, or even just give that $100 away because I know it will bless somebody else. So people say, what made you flip that switch in your mind to choose minimalism? And it was really so simple. It's just looking around and realizing that my joy and happiness is not found in the things that I own. Once you hear that, or once it really sinks into your mind, you can't unhear it, and there's not really any going back. So that started the perpetual purge of okay, well, these things I haven't touched in 5 years or longer, so I don't need them. They need to go. And when I did start this, I did my minimalism journey in stages. So the first was when my kids were little, and if we didn't need something, then or we had outgrown it, it went. Either sold it or gave it away. Okay, and then we would have garage sales every year. So then the next year, if I hadn't touched something or we didn't use it or was collecting dust, it would go. And I would go through all of the bins in my garage, even not just keeping tabs on what's in my house, what's inside my house, the stuff that I have to manage, but also the things that we push out into our garages because we just want to deal with it, right? Those things I even kept tabs on. When you go, it's holiday season. So when you go out to pull out your holiday stuff, think, do I really like this? Is my taste even the same? Would I still decorate my house the same? Am I hanging on to this for any reason? And if the answer is no, then it's time for it to go. It's just time to say goodbye to this stuff. There's no need to keep it. And then you do that, you get on a routine and a rhythm. For me, it was once a year, or I think I did 2 garage sales a year. And it was just getting it out of the house, whatever I needed to do, getting it into the garage so that I could prep for a garage sale. I remember having garage sales in snowstorms and thunderstorms, and we would open up our garage door and we would let people come in and shop in our garage. Your motivation, now I'm in a season, I don't have a garage, so I just either donate it or give it away. But that is how my minimalism journey started. It was in little bits. I can't imagine, especially if you're 50 years old, you've collected things your entire life and you're trying to figure out how to live with less. The pressure of having to get rid of everything would bury me under so much stress and anxiety. But if you're okay, I'm going to take this bookshelf. We're going to work with this bookshelf and I'm going to go through it, and then I'm going to get rid of whatever I don't need. Maybe I'm even going to get rid of the bookshelf, right? And then once you do that, you start the next thing, and then you start the next thing. You could do it by rooms too. So maybe you start in your kitchen because that is the room that you're in the most. So go through all your cupboards and cabinets and decide what you no longer need or what serves you. Then when you're done, think of your most used rooms. I like that because they're usually the ones that are the messiest. Then go through your living room after your kitchen. Then go through your bathroom. Your bathroom is probably up there. How many expired bottles of medicine and medication and creams and ointments do you have that are when I started going through ours, things were expired by 5 or 10 years. It's too long to hang on to. And then the beauty of minimalism is once you do those rounds, however many times you believe that you need it, you get to just maintain the simplicity of putting everything, finding a home for everything. And then once everything has a home, there's no more coming in unless it has a home to go into. Does that make sense? So the cycle stops. You don't just keep buying and storing. Now, I have priorities, guys. I still have 4 large Christmas bins. Like, I still love my Christmas and holiday things. So I have 4 large bins. To me, that feels doable. This year, I'm like, I think my taste is changing. So I want to like the way I decorate my home or set up my holiday table. Like, I want to switch it up and do something new. Well, guess what? I only get those 4 bins. So if I bring anything new in, that is a great sign to me of like, okay, we need to get rid of a bin, right? And that's a real life example of what I'm going to do this year. But I think minimalism is just the simplicity of owning what you need, taking care of yourself, because the world's crazy and you might need to have some things stashed, and just because you don't know, not extreme levels of, I'm talking like prepping, but like have enough to take care of yourself, have enough things that make you happy, right? Only things that make you happy that you use, and let go of the rest. Minimalism doesn't have to be overwhelming to your mind and your heart and your brain. It can just be something that you start. Remember, I said start with one thing, one bin, one drawer, one cabinet, one basket. And then once you get that done, do another one until it equals a whole room that you've gone through. And then once you're done with that room, do another room. So I think that that's just a great way of like, I'm not your typical minimalist. I should have started the video with that. Is like, I have things. I have stuff on my wall. I am not like, there was a season in my life where I didn't like anything on my walls, or, I mean, I did like pictures and stuff, but like, I just wanted it clean looking. But that for me wasn't very realistic to maintain, because I want to see projects that DIY projects I've done, or pictures of my kids, or mementos and things that are special to me. I want to put those on display. I like indoor plants a lot. I like indoor plants. I kill them the majority of the time, but those things are out in my house. And so I'm not like super strict on the minimalism, because I think that each of us knows the level of stuff that we need to have, right? We know when we're avoiding a closet or avoiding a room, or just avoiding something altogether, because that means that we don't want to deal with it, right? So that's a problem. If you've got areas in your life, not just your home, that you don't want to deal with, maybe start to address those areas and work through them, so that your home and your space can bring you peace instead of stress and overwhelm. So that is like my minimalism 101 chat for today. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.